Prepared to say that I have a record of over 40 years and that I'm going to beat Joe Biden.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Out of $1,600,000,000,000 worth, $1,400,000,000,000 worth, out of $1,400,000,000,000, $1,400,000,000,000. It's hard to even say it, it's so much. And by the way, it's cost a lot of money. It cost about $740 billion over 10 years.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Between $700 billion and $1,300,000,000,000 if we corrupt more.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
We choose science over fiction. We choose truth over facts.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Because about 180 years ago, when I first got elected to the Senate, because about 180 years ago, when I first got elected to the Senate.
Because about 180 years ago, when I first got elected to the Senate.
No shit.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
I got to the Senate 180 years ago.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black. Then you ain't black.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Legs that turn blonde in the sun, and the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap, and I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
And Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
$2 billion. So you go ahead and you stack spaghetti sauce at a store and in a supermarket. You control the guy or the woman who brings out the carts on a forklift. What happens? They make you management.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Mom, I'm transgender.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
As kitchen table, I learned true international effort to pressure.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Prepared to say that I have a record of over 40 years and that I'm going to beat Joe Biden.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
And you know, and so, folks, look. The fact is that, we need to add. Well, you know, I guess you all. I know you all know it. You know, anyway.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Still, there's work to do, and we have and we're going to make this up. Instead of us going to Exxon, kind of get back out there, and
Let's go, Brandon. I